You know, there's 100 different paths that you can take to get into the restoration industry. My path was I went to UW Eau Claire, got into the business school, got a business degree in management, and you know, throughout that 4 years, I learned the fundamentals of running a business. And also during that time, I worked with my dad, Fred Kappas Sr., worked with him in his cheese business. And so I, you know, learned a hands-on working knowledge of how a business operates in the day-to-day. You know, having that working knowledge of a business was kind of my foundation, but what I was missing was the nuts and bolts of a restoration shop. So I did a lot of soul searching, and after a time I ended up landing a job at a local restoration shop, and I kind of just started in at the ground floor. I kind of moved around to all the different departments and learned all the different processes and operations of, you know, how that business operated, and then ended up working my way up into a management position, which then allowed me to get out on the road, do car shows, events, meet a lot of industry people, and really kind of got a firm working knowledge of the restoration industry, which was very important before I started my own. So I worked there for about 4 years, and I just kind of reached the point where it was like, I think it's time for me to make a change, and if I'm gonna do this, it's a now or never situation. So to back up just a little bit, while I was working at that shop, my dad and I we bought a 1967 Dodge Dart, and it was a project car, and we were kind of working on that. We're gonna put that together, and we were gonna just turn around and probably sell it. But as we were working on it, the car evolved, and it kind of turned into you know, a whole different creation than we originally set out to build. And this was early on in the resto mod and pro touring, you know, kind of infancy days, where that was, you know, they were just kind of becoming buzzwords in the industry. And the idea was, you know, taking a classic American muscle car and outfitting it with modern technology, upgraded suspension, big engine, overdrive transmission, kind of modern interior appointments, things like that. So this car just kind of took on a life of its own. And about the time where I was ready to make a move from my last job, we just decided that this would be a good calling card for the business. So that was the car that really started everything for us. In 2009, we finished the car. We took it to our first show, and it did very well. It got a lot of attention. It got a lot of notoriety. And so it really kind of gave me the confidence to say, you know what, I think this could be a go.